Hello, wealth builders. Coming to you today for our first Friday Face the Finances. If you watched the coffee table conversation a couple of weeks ago where we talked about where are you at today financially, and we talked about three types of scenarios where you could possibly be at. You could be at a place where you have more month than money, meaning you don't have enough money coming in to meet all of your monthly obligations. Or you could be at an area where you have enough money to meet your monthly obligations, but you're not able to save. And then we have this third scenario where you have enough money to meet all your expenses, you are saving some money, but you are not building any wealth. And so in our first Face the Finances Friday, we're going to deal with the latter, the couple that has enough money to meet all of their finances and are able to save, but is not building wealth. And then next week, we will talk about the couple that is able to meet their finances, their obligations, monthly obligations, but is not able to save. And then we'll finish up with a single person who does not have enough money coming in to meet all of their monthly obligations. So the couple that we're going to talk about today is a couple, their total household income that they're bringing in is $106,000. And with that, they are able to meet all of their expenses, and they are saving about $100 a month. Okay, with the rest of the money, what they're doing is they're eating out, they're traveling, and they are buying clothes and things of that nature. So that's kind of how their money is being allocated. And so when they came to me, what I had them to do is first we did an analysis of how much money they were spending in each of those areas. Where were they, what they were spending in terms of their monthly obligations, in terms of true bills. And when I say true bills, I'm talking about their mortgage, car insurance, car notes, utility bills. Those are true life costs that have to be paid as if you're maintaining a household. And then we also looked at what was being spent in terms of travel, entertainment, eating out, buying clothes. And because oftentimes in those areas is where we can find our wealth. And when I'm dealing with clients, I don't like to say that we're setting up a budget. That's why I like to call it a spending plan, because I'm not going to take away your being able to buy clothes, being able to do your traveling or your entertainment and things of that nature. We're just going to have a plan set behind those items. We're going to set a budget surrounding those areas so that you don't overspend, and you can use those extra monies to actually apply towards building your wealth. So in this particular circumstance, they were spending a lot of money in clothes, eating out, and entertainment, and traveling. So what we did is we talked about first, how many trips do you want to take a year, okay? And where do you want to go? And then what we did is we planned for those trips, and we set aside, because when we do the spending plan, we give every dollar an assignment. So if you have, in this case, when you talk about $106,000 and that's their net, that was their net take-home household income. And so you're looking at roughly about $8,000 a month that they were bringing in, okay? And so that covered all of their expenses, their fun, and also they were saving about $100 a month. So with that type of income, really you should be saving a little bit more than just $100 a month. So we needed to get to the root of that, of where that we could boost their savings up a little bit more. Because that is truly where you find your wealth. Not so much sitting in a savings account, because today the banks are not, they're not paying anything. But you can use that money for investment purposes to purchase assets or invest in assets that produce additional income. That is how you actually build your wealth. So what we did is we planned for the travel. So this is what it was going to cost for them to take the trips when they wanted to take them. With every pay period, we set that money aside into a fund for the trip. We did the same thing for clothes. After I looked at the what they were spending for purchasing clothes and things of that nature, what I did is I made a recommendation. Okay, we need to cut this down some. You can still do it. We just need to, if your goal is you want to build wealth, then we need to do some cuts in this area so that that can happen. So we gave them an allocation for how much they could spend on clothes. We gave them an allocation of how much they can spend on eating out and entertainment. Okay. And then we gave their savings account an allocation. So of course we upped that up. Okay. And so by doing all of that, allocating their income that was coming in from their jobs, we were able to boost up their savings and set a goal surrounding, they wanted to purchase some investment property. That was one of the goals that they had. They wanted to purchase some investment property. So by doing so, we were able to set money aside so that they could have money to purchase an investment property, which was going to allow them to purchase an asset that would produce income. And ultimately, that is how you build wealth. So you start that, they start with one property, and then the same plan that you use in terms of your managing your personal finances, if you apply that to your business income that comes in, then that allows you to be able to expand your business and purchase more assets. Okay, so I hope this little tip helped you for facing your finances this week. And like I said, next week we'll be talking about a couple that has enough money to cover their expenses, but doesn't have enough money to save, and what our solution was to that. Thank you for joining us today, and enjoy the rest of your evening. And remember, debt is not in your DNA. Money. I'm looking for committed people. In order to be successful in your financial freedom positioning journey, you have to be committed to the process.